Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem.
Hey there folks, welcome you all to part 44 of Grim Dawn Definitive Edition on the Xbox Series X, and as you can see we're not quite where we were at the end of the last part. I have also done a little bit of equipment changing. I have, as I remember, the only piece of equipment I've actually changed is the shoulder guards, whatever they're called, to better ones, but the hat and the guns I've just changed the illusion on. The hat was an illusion, well, it was a hat we picked up in the last part. I've just used the illusion for it because I really liked it, and I've changed the guns back, well, not back, to a new set of revolvers, epic revolvers at that. Well, illusion-wise, still the same guns, only because the big blue guns kind of schmelted in with the gloves, and the gloves were already a blue sort of thing, so I've gone with the, I think it looks a slightly better setup. So I'm really happy with that. I also, off camera, you may have noticed that my XP bar has gone up. Those are very astute of you. I did a little bit of grinding, thank you, off camera, because I decided that I wanted to respec my devotion a wee bit, because I've had a little bit of a thought process going on about my stats, and it's possible I've spotted this in a very early episode, but I've forgotten all about it. If you go to the tabs up here, I mean, I pay attention to this for all of these resistances, which are really well balanced at the moment, apart from stun, which actually boosts up when one of my little perks kicks in. But everywhere else I've got a pretty decent amount of protection, and our poison's come down a little bit from the last part because I balanced it out with the new shoulder guards, I think, which have put extra ether on. The ether was a lot lower than that, so we've balanced it out a little bit by dropping a little bit of poison and bringing up a little bit of ether. So pretty well balanced, in fact, apart from that stun duration, which we do get a boon on when the little move kicks in, the passive, I think we'll call it. It's an auto move actually, coming from a piece of kit, as I remember. Those shoulder guards are the new ones that I put on. They're massive heavy. Well, no, they're not heavy actually. Now I'm looking at them. But when you well, without the illusion on, they look ridiculous. They're like massive, like 1980s women's jacket shoulder pads. You know what I mean? They come way out to either side. I really, really like my setup at the minute. Feeling very cool in this outfit. I think everything's got a... Oh, actually, that gun's not got a perk on it, and Powered Mutiny hasn't got a... I think, though, it's because it's already that type of gun. Yeah, so I've not had to illusion it. Yeah, it's a very recent one we got that. Empowered Mutiny, and that's got the shit. Does it tell you? Yeah, it doesn't, does it? Anyway, so I was looking at... We've also got the ability, actually, to put something on this belt, which I keep humming and hawing about, because I don't have anything particularly spectacular to put on it, so we'll have a little look at that at some point as well. It's the only thing I've not got an item attached to. So we could boon something up. It'd be nice to have something with poison or something with ether, but I don't think anything I've got actually does that. So let us go in. Yes, the reason that the XP's gone up is because I had to do a bit of grinding to... I went back to see when I had the idea about doing the devotions a little bit differently. When I came to it, I suddenly realised that you need ether crystals in order to do it, and I didn't have any because I'd used them to do something else. I can't remember what it was. I was making possibly something like dynamite, I can't remember, but I used them up. I think it was dynamite actually. Anywho, I had to go and find some more, so I had to run around areas and get ether crystals, and we've managed to pick up 6. I'd like to have got 7, so it's possible we might dive back here at some point. Now, I had 2 plans here. I'm just going to quickly go over. If you're not interested in this sort of stuff, you can just skip forward. We will get to a bit of action in this part. But I thought it would be interesting to do this on camera for those people that are not struggling as such, but sort of getting their heads around the best plan for this devotion. Well, it's not really a tree, is it? Devotion skill point thing, constellation. So, my plan initially was to go and try and get resistances for Ether and Chaos, because they, toward the end of the game, I think Monkal was sort of saying that they are the two that you want to have very high if you can. Well, not only, but they do become more important toward the tail end of the game. So, but we're doing all right. We've got a good balance on them. We're not 100% the way I would like them, so I'm not that concerned as I was at the beginning when I was struggling to get points in them. However, I was heading toward 8 points here because there was a couple of things in that yellow set that were to do with chaos resistance and ether resistance. I think we were heading toward 10% of each as a fixed resistance. However, having looked at this, which is what I was going to get to a little bit earlier, so in earlier episodes I think I might have noticed these, but I've never gone back and looked heavily at what these other tabs are showing me. I always kind of look at the resistances. So if we go to the second tab and we go down a little bit, you'll start seeing what actual damage you're doing from your weapons or magics that you've got on. And I've been sort of focused on snow and lightning, well, ice and lightning, whatever you want to call it, frost and ice and lightning and electrocute, because for some reason I felt like I was getting that damage, that type of damage, on every hit that I was doing. In fact, I'm not. I'm only getting it on the big, like every 25, well, I think every 22% we get like a lightning burst out the gun, or a snow, you know, a cold burst out the gun, tidal wave, whatever it is, the perk. Those are getting it, and they're really monstrous. But of course, we're only getting those every 22% of the time. Or well, you could argue it's 88% of the time because we've got 4 of them activating. 4 different ones. So if you actually look here, you'll see that I'm getting physical damage out of my gun, or guns at this point in time. I'm getting pierce damage, but we're getting no blood damage, even though there's a... And if you look underneath each one as well, you're getting a modifier. So this is where you're... Wherever you've got plus blah % on top of lightning, on top of physical, whatever, this puts that on top of this 36 to 59. So... great, right? So this is how we understand it. So I'm getting at the moment physical damage, I'm getting pierce damage with these boons underneath. So we're doing pretty well on pierce there. Physical damage is okay, but it's not great, but that's just our base bullet damage. And then if you look down at magical, we start seeing something a bit more eye-opening, because cold damage is okay. We're getting a little bit of cold damage from somewhere that I'm not remembering, but we are getting a bit of cold damage from somewhere that we've set up. But we're getting 286% on top of this cold damage, which is great. So cold isn't so bad. Acid, which comes along with poison, generally speaking, we're doing really well on, because I've got the Eye of Dreeg. I think that'll be coming from, yeah, acid. Yeah, 50% poison damage. Actually, I'm not sure that's where the acid damage is coming from. I don't know if poison comes hand in hand with acid, but we're certainly getting a boon of acid from there of 30% and a boon of poison damage of plus 30%. So our poison is certainly coming from the Eye of Dreeg, and somewhere we're getting some acid burn as well. It's possible that just comes hand in hand with poison, or it's coming from somewhere else. But anyway, noticing that, I was like, well, shit, I'm getting a serious amount of poison. And where's the poison one, if I can show you that. So poison wise, at the moment we're getting 161% on top of 41 to 89 damage, and that's coming from every bullet that comes out of the gun. So my thought process, and if you look at our electrocute, right, that 332% damage, which I was raving about over all the episodes, I'm only getting that when I use the Eye of Calastor, because at the moment that's getting converted into lightning damage. So it's great, it's an uber move for me, but I'm not getting anything from the bullets coming out my gun unless a move activates. So it was a real eye-opener when I came and started spending some time in here looking at it, because I'd like to just respec some points. And pet bonuses, obviously, I'm not bothered about because I don't use pets. So it was a real eye-opener, because I'm realising that, in fact, every shot that comes out of my gun that's a bog-standard shot, at the moment, it's just physical piercing, poison and cold. That's all I'm getting from the bullets out of the gun. Well, I'd say all. I mean, I'm getting some decent hits out of the standard hits. So I thought, well, why don't I invest in... Because Eye of Dreeg seems to be a really good one. I mean, I love the poison damage because it lasts for 5 seconds. 50 poison damage over 5 seconds, and then you get your percent blah, whatever your blah percent boon is on top of it. And I think at the moment, if we change over to this, those specs change, because we then start getting some fire damage, I think, from this gun, because we've got fire damage on there, yeah. So we've put a perk on that. So at some, I mean, I would probably be tempted, actually, to change that gun to be Eye of Dreeg as well, and focus in on poison, so that everything I've got, weapon-wise, is pushing poison out. So if we, yeah, burn damage, there you go. Oh, actually, burn damage, there's no burn damage on it. Just fire then. So we're getting a boon of burn damage, but we're not actually doing any burn damage with that gun. Yeah, it's pushing burn up, but there's no actual burn on that perk. So it's just fire. So the only so a lot of stuff looks like it's amazing, and then you realise suddenly it's not. But actually, look at that. We're getting plus 326% fire modifier off that gun. So in fact, it's not bad at all. We've obviously put something somewhere that's giving us a burn boon. Sorry, a fire damage boon. So that gun's pretty decent for every shot as well. So I'm... yeah, I mean, there is a bit of an argument. We'll leave it. We'll see how we get on with the fire damage on it. It'd be good to have a different type of damage on it, I guess, for a little while. So anyway, I thought it was really interesting once I came in here, and I thought, I wouldn't mind just tweaking a few things in my devotion. And that's why I've ended up where I am, people. So the devotion tree is exactly as it was at the moment. So my thought process is this. I had two processes, actually. I was going to take away all of the points in this Solemn Watcher. However, we would lose 20 physique. Well, okay, here's my long-term plan, right? I'm going to take points away from somewhere, and I'm going to put a point in, oh, hello, Crossroads. I'm going to put a point there, so that we can open up the, it'll tell us, actually. I think it's that one. It's that one or that one. It's the green one, effectively. We're going to open up these, so I think it's this one here, and in doing that I'm going to tap into this scorpion one down here, which is going to start giving us poison stuffs, poison and acid stuffs, and a big move at the end as well that we can stick on something. Yeah, scorpion sting. However, one of the things in here, in fact, I think it's the second one up, gives you 15 physique back, so we'd get some of that 20 back. I'm a little bit concerned about physique at the moment, so let's just do one thing that we are definitely going to do, which is I'm going to take away these points from the lion, because I'm no longer going to head toward this light one at the moment. I'm going to head toward this poison one. So we're going to take 2 points out of here, so we're going to lose a little bit of movement speed, a little bit of health and spirit, which I'm not too worried about. And I think actually the only thing that can be affected by the spirit might be this belt. Oh no, it's physique. Required physique. I thought that was a spirit belt for some reason. That's physique. Their physique. Their physique. Because obviously whatever you do with those devotions is going to affect directly what kit you can put on. Oh, excuse me. Good grief. Dusty business, this, in the devotion tree. Right, okay, so we're okay with all of that, I think. Oh, the helmet, maybe. Nope, physique as well. Right, okay, we're good, we're good. Right.
I sense turmoil.
Let's get back to it. Hey. Right, so we're going to take away this one, and we're going to take away this one, which was nothing. Plus 4% to health and plus 8 defensibility. Not bothered about that, really. So we're going to take that away. We're going to take that away. That gives us 2 points back. So we've spent 2 of our 6 ether crystals and a little bit of coin, which is nothing to worry about. So really, the coin is nothing. It's neither here nor there in this. It's the ether crystals that are the thing that you need to go and farm. I noticed that a lot of places said go back to the Warden's Laboratory, but actually at level 50 blah, whatever we're on, 52, although I was running the level again and killing all the enemies and killing all the crystal things, there was no crystals dropping, so I think at some point the earlier levels stopped dropping them. I ended up going back to the necropolis, where we actually need to go back to anyway, and I ran that section, and the ether crystals were dropping for fun around there. Hey, okay. What? Oh, of course, sorry, I'm still in reclaim. Right, okay. So we've reclaimed those.
Strong.
I got worried there for a second, people, that my plan was defunct. Right, here we go. So we've got a point that we can put in here. So we're going to start. I see the little green icon coming up now. We need 1 point to put to activate that, which we've got. And I think we need 1 point for the scorpion, which we've got. So we can do the scorpion. So for some of the other ones, you need more, like this badger here. You need 3 of the green and 2 of the pink. But for the scorpion, you just need 1 green. There you go, to start using it. And when you complete the constellation, you get 5 of those green points. I'll top us up a little bit. So the first one we're going to get is plus 12 offensive ability, which is great, but it doesn't feel that exciting. The second one up, we're going to get plus 15% acid damage, plus 24% poison damage, plus 15 physique. So we're going to get a real boon out of that one. So let's pop our point into here. And that's us started on the greens. So at this stage, I'm kind of like, do I just hold off, or do I actually rip points out of somewhere else? And when I looked around at all the stuff that I had, I was actually really happy with nearly everything that I'd picked out already. We've got far too many of these blue points, but I'm really quite happy with all of, even this lizard one was giving us a lot of health regen and stuff, so I was happy with that. The tsunami I don't want to lose. This was all about physical resistance, cold resistance and lightning resistance on this one, which is meaning we don't have to go putting, you know, things on our bodies for putting that up, because that'll have a direct impact on the resistances we've got now. So I don't want to affect those. I'm really loving this Dryad's Blessing kicking in and helping us out all the time. So, you know, and we've leveled these up as well to a fairly decent degree, 10 of 25 on the level up of that one. So my only other place of thinking I could take points out of, we haven't got any points in there, I don't think, was this one. And I was very tempted to do it because we will give ourselves 15 physique back on the scorpion, but there is other things in here like 25% cold resistance, 18 pierce resistance, plus 3% to physique, so our physique would drop fairly dramatically, I think, if we were to take this away. So I think the best plan for us is to just be excited about the fact when we find devotion points now, we can start digging into the scorpion and try and get to this this scorpion sting. And that's the plan, people. So there you go. So now that we're happy with that, I hope that's kind of helped somebody else out, devotion skill-wise, to my thought process, and maybe help someone else's thought process. Now let's crack into some action. First thing we're gonna do is I finally went out my way to remind myself where the bloody rover camp was. So we're gonna clear on the right-hand side there. We've got the equilibrium bounty going. So we are going to get that off the screen, and we're going to go to Old Arcavia, which is where they are, and they're literally right next to the Rift Gate. There's another quest sitting there as well, I think. There they are. No, they're not. That's enemies. Here they are. So that should be the rover bounty table right there. Report in. You return with materials in hand, a bounty fulfilled. There we go, 5,000 XP. Not much at this point in the game, but we've got plus 400 rover reputation out of it. And we'll step away for now. Not going to do any more. Okay, but there is, as it happens, Ankala seems to have something for us. Hello, friend of the Rhowari. I apologise for interrupting you in your important travels, but I must ask something of you. Something that requires utmost care and trust. What is that? Far to the north, in the frozen Astrakhan Mountains... Oh, actually, that's up where we are, isn't it? There is a shrine dedicated to Mog Dragon, patron of the beasts and guardian of the Rhowari. For generations, our people have visited Mog Dragon's sacred altar in order to pay homage, or homage, to the day that he bestowed his wisdom upon Rowan and inspired our people to leave Arkovia. But the shrine has become tainted by the vile cult of Chthon. The followers of the dead god have desecrated our sacred grounds and destroyed the Shrine of Mog Dragon. What can be done? The shrine lies in ruins, its ruined stone and spirit taken by the cult into the void. We cannot allow this symbol of our people to be lost to history. Please seek out the void rifts torn open within the blood grove and the plains of strife. Recover the piece of Mogdragon's shrine. Bring the parts back to the shrine and place them upon the altar along with the beating heart of an ancient beast. Its noble sacrifice will serve as a catalyst to fuse the broken pieces into one. Once you are finished, be prepared to dispatch whatever vile Chthonians have infested Mogdragon's land. For this, the Rhowari will be eternally at your service. I will restore the Shrine of Mog Dragon, which is easy for me to say, apparently. So, we're on Ankala here. Look, man, Ankala, man, I've just got something off me screen, and now you want to put something back on it. Black Heart of the Void. No, it's not that, is it? Rhowari Legacy is what we've just done. Okay, before anyone does mention the fact that I can remove things from the screen, I am aware of it. It's just that I fear that if I take something off the screen that I'll forget all about it in its entirety. So I just prefer to have them there. It's not like it's doing any great damage. No one's complained about too much on the screen, have they? So I just leave them there until such time as I can turn them in or get rid of them. Okay, let's go. Right, we're going back to the very top of the map here. The Necropolis. Now, I think, actually, if we go back to this one... Now, if we look over here, when I was running around trying to get the crystals... down there is, in fact you can see it on the map, there's a star right in the middle, and that's where the Bane of Cairn quest seems to be. And now I had put a portal down, but I had to reload I had to restart my Xbox Series X, so the portal I put down is now gone, so we need to run our way round to it. All the enemies have returned, of course, as well. Which isn't a bad thing, actually, because we could do with getting some more crystals anyway, if the crystals will drop for us. And we're getting decent XP in this area as well, as it happens, so grinding out a little bit, it's not so bad. And we are heading towards level 53. Ooh, something was taking my health off me there. Actually, I think we'll go back to the path of the quest itself rather than just churn out the area again. Although, saying that, yeah, we've gone around that whole area pretty much. Apart from whatever direction we have to go in to get to the top of the map. Well, it is dropping us level 50 shiz, people. Right, let me just get me bearings here. This is the best route, please. Let's go this way. Well, it was right next to us, wasn't it?
Here they come.
The Bane of Cairn. Crypt entrance. Right, looks like we're going into a nice cool area here. An undiscovered area. Undiscovered. Now, I'm pretty sure, just as a by-the-by, I'm pretty sure that that Black Heart of the Void, acquire the pulsating obsidian shard, is in the rift that we found in this place. That we spent one episode, we were in there for bloody hours. So we're going to have to rediscover that as well. There should be decent XP in the area, though. Tomb of the Watchers. Right, well, we'll throw a rift gate up at the beginning, just in case we want to teleport back in. God knows what's down here, people. Seems to be chaos damage down here, I think. Throwing at me at the moment. Which we're fairly well protected against. Yeah, 76. We're only 4 away from having top level chaos damage. Oh, here's something else I meant to mention. Our piercing damage is so overpowered. we're like 49% over. So if some way I can replace that 49% with some ether, even some stun, but ether and vitality, then it's the only thing that's super out of whack with everything else. Because the max is 80%, so anything above that you're not getting protection on, as far as I understand it. I love this outfit I've got on at the minute. It's superb. That glowing hat's brilliant. I mean, all that said, with what I'm doing with the devotions and everything else, I mean, I'm feeling pretty uber at the moment. It's not like I've felt like I've done myself a disservice anywhere. It's just me now that I've sort of getting into the finer points of the game. I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I could make that a bit better, or you know, especially if I do ever go on to play the more difficult levels, that stuff will become more and more important. But I suppose it highlights again just how much the game is hooking me in to every element of it, even the stats, and just superb. That was interesting, though, noticing the burn damage, because I thought, I mean, there's a lot of things I was thinking the opposite on. It's like, no point in using fire, I'm not getting burn out of anything, or, sorry, fire out of anything. Of course, Word of Pain has got, which is a move I use a lot, has got a lightning and cold on it, I think, are the two. Possibly burn, actually. So, you know, you need to remember about your moves as well. It's not just about the bullets. But I really, what I'm thinking is, if I can have an additional uberness on every bullet that comes out my gun, then can't go wrong, can I? And that'd be where the poison comes in. So I'm not going to be looking at particularly going out my way to get poison magics or anything. It would just be, at the moment, I'm just thinking about my guns, really, to give another level of and type of damage on every shot. Clarity of Valor. I can't believe how far we've got with this game. Like, I mean, I can't see anything other than me finishing this playthrough, people. At least getting to level... I mean, someone was asking me, am I going to get to level 100? I mean, I can't see anything other than the answer yes at the moment. Well, very nice if there's a devotion. Why do I always forget what they're called? It's not a devotion tome, is it? It's a devotion something. Shrine. Thank you. Somebody in my head just told me shrine. It'd be nice if there's a devotion shrine down here, because we'll see our poison uber up. while we're in this area. Or in this part, even. I love the devotions because it immediately makes you excited for investing in things because you know you're getting that immediate boon to stuff. I'm still like very conscious of the fact that I mean I might have resolved. Oh, hello, there's a guy with a big fecking cross on his head. I'm going to be fighting him in a minute. I mean I might have fixed the issue by now by recording some, but I'm super conscious of the fact that I have not recorded any Fable 3 or Dragon Age Origins for those people that were following it, but I've just been so hooked on playing this. Just get a portal up just in case we die against this dude. Oh, fucking hell, he is hammering me there.
Can't do that yet.
He's gonna pop. Thank you. Yeah, he was doing a lot of damage with that poison, considering my poison's pretty high. Fucking hellfire. Ooh, hello, got a blue there. The High Consular's Coat. That actually might be something for us. That's a level 52. That Stonehide Assault Target Barricades. Oh, it's a shield. A level 50. 451 physique. Well, I mean, sorry, 451 armor. I mean, it is a lot less than the 702 armor we've got on, but it's probably got a whole bunch of protection on it, maybe. Poison resistance, elemental resistance. Actually, poison we could do with topping up, because we lost a bit of poison when I put the shoulder guards on. Elemental resistances would go up, not that we need it. Pierce resistance would draw. Well, actually, we can lose the pierce resistance. We're overbooned in it. So actually, that's perfect for us. Ooh, +2 to deadly aim, which we've got points in. Oh, phantasmal. This jacket's awesome. I mean, I'm conscious I'm dumping about 250 armor, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's a far better jacket for us. I wonder what it looks like as well. I might put this on, actually. Yeah, it's a longer coat, but it looks pretty sexy, doesn't it? Should we see what it looks like? What are we losing? Oh, actually, we're gaining in... Look, cold damage, frostburn damage, thank you. This jacket couldn't have been a more perfect drop, apart from it could have been a legendary. It's a level 50 and a level 50 like-for-like swap, but it's just the armor drop. But I think the protection is worth it. Especially in this area, if that's poison going to be thrown at me. Am I losing anything that I'm not realising, people? Cunning, 3% cunning, I'm not that fussed about. We're pretty high in cunning already. No, I think it's good, people. I think we could put it on. We're going to look a bit different for a bit, but... And bear in mind, I've not put anything on. What was the... Oh, hello. What was the... Just check what was in that jacket. We'd put a skull on it. In fact, I only had a standard component on it. Ah, right, okay, we could do with diving back because we're going to lose Vitality Chaos, 18% Vitality and 12% Chaos, which is that one, and yeah, that one. We don't want to lose Chaos down here. We'd still be alright in Chaos, but let's just, yeah, let's do that. Let's do a dive. It's a bit frustrating that I've not got better stuff for my... I think I did have a rare that I could have put on the jacket, actually, but because of the way the things had balanced out resistance wise, it was the best component to put on. Let's just do a quick, and also it means if I don't like what the jacket looks like, I could always stick the illusion back on it. Let's get back to here. Pretty sure we've got more of those skulls. I think I had a few of them. Can always swap it out for a different component later. Not the end of the world, is it?
Got something you need stashed?
Got something you need stashed? Not really. Oh yeah, I have actually. I've got a few of those. Yeah, so we've got... I picked up a rare component there. Hallowed ground. That could have been used in my chest armour. So we have got rare components, but it's the resistances that I need that are in this this particular one. That one. I've got 2 of them left. Sacrificed bone. And it's no sacrifice. If we just double check. There's a few things that come up with chaos, but some of it's damage, of course. That's resistance. That's damage and resistance. But I mean, at that point, they're all standard components. That's on the enemy. That's on the damage. Yeah. So the skull. I went through this the last time, and really, it was the. There is chaos resistance of 16% on that one, but the vitality on the other one makes it more useful. So let's stick that on there. And then that should be it. The only thing that... Obviously we're losing the armour, but getting +2 to deadly aim. And we're getting a massive boon in our... I mean, we are going to lose some physical damage percentage here, which I realise now is important on the gunshots, but we are increasing the pierce damage, so +46% on pierce damage. And we're also getting another, yeah, I think it's definitely worth putting on this. The Phastamol blades as well swirl out of you. I missed that. I used to have it on another item. Let's get this on. Nice. Just going to bounce them back and forward for a second just to see what goes up and down. Yeah, so the energy went down a little bit. Health goes down a little bit. Cunning goes down a little bit. But our poison goes up to its max. And we keep our chaos as it was. And our vitality as it was. So they're far more balanced out. Again, brilliant. So we've got max on all of the top ones. Nearly max on chaos. That's giving us stun, I think. And we're getting, yeah, okay. Right. Should we keep that jacket on? That's quite smart, doesn't it? Fucking hell. I think we might keep that on. Can always go back to the other one if we really want to. We'll keep this for now, in case we want to go back to it if we feel like the armour drop's a bit severe. But to be fair, the shoulder guards I put on had stupid armour on them anyway, I think. So I'd already upgraded my armour on the on the shoulder guards and stuff, so doing pretty well, I think. Right, let's shove these in. I've picked up these ether clusters thinking that I could do something with those, but they're just something you can consume. I've still got 4 ether crystals left. Right, let's sell the shit out of everything else.
I'll keep an eye out on this.
You make sure you do, my friend. Check that jacket out. Just want to see which of the oh, hello, wrong place.
Let's see what I can do here.
Oh, you can't see it unless you've got the it's just a shame that it's well, I don't know, actually it's not brown, is it? It's sort of matches the shoulder guards and stuff, which is quite cool. I'm trying to remember which jacket we had on. Which one I was wearing. May well have been that. Fused carapace armor. Oh no, obsidian. Might have been the... yeah, it was the obsidian one. Which I'm still really liking, to be fair. Eastern robes. Yeah, it's a bit too long, that one. It is quite smart, that, though. I think I'm going to stick with that one, the obsidian one. Kind of liking the short jackets at the minute. Let's try the other one out a bit later on. Let's do this. Oh, hang on. Let's just dump the stuff we picked up. Stupid not to while we're here. Hey, shoulder guard. Oh, they're heavy though.
See you around.
See you around, my friend. Well, that was a superb drop, wasn't it? Lovely. All we need now is a devotion shrine, and it'll become the perfect episode. Well, for me anyway. Zuruk. Ooh, there's a shitstorm of them down there. Just give me a second, folks. Just sort myself here for a second. You think a professional YouTuber would cut this sort of pause stuff out, wouldn't they, really? Not me! Right, onwards. Actually, there's a thing. Let me just check something. That was that one. There, it's there. I can see it. So deadly aim has now got, yeah, 2 extras in it. So its maximum is 12, but we've got 14 of 12 because we've got the perk on our new coat. 100% chance of activating. 5-second skill recharge. 5-second duration, plus 85% to all damage, plus 17% crit damage, plus 19% offensive ability. On, I think, I still don't quite understand that, but I think it means on every critical shot that we get. Well, there's definitely a totem over there. I wonder if they're in the midst of making a follow-up to this. We've done a lot of DLC and stuff. I mean, I guess the PC gamers will know before us. I mean, this game's been out since 2017 on the PC, but it's possible they're on with a follow-up or more DLC content. Kill the non-believer! Forsaken Void Touch Totem. Well, let's throw a little portal down in here. She blows. Inquisitor's Arcane Codex of Wildfire. Vital Essence. Oh, it's level 40, that. Breastplate of Thorns. Yeah, there's a lot of level 40 odd stuff happening in here. A rare ring. It's a level 50, that ring. Bleeding resistance on it. Impervious diamond signet of the Untamed. Carved savage effigy of blood. Resistant assault. Epaulets of the flesh hulk. Not much more armor than we've got on. The ether damage is of no use. Pierce resistance. There's a lot of resistances on it though. Reduced stun duration is a big one that we've not got a lot on. Yeah, the problem is the one I've got on's actually got decent elemental damage. Mind you, we get our physical damage back that we just lost. Might be worth looking at that, you know. Our pierce resistance is so high because of the shoulder pieces we're wearing. It's got 43% pierce resistance on it. This has only got 19%, so balance that out a bit more. 44% lightning resistance just is not required. We've got 80% already. Poison we're already maxed out on. Elemental, I mean, literally only putting them on for the for the stun duration. That said, I don't think it would actually have an impact on anything, would it? Let's just have a look. It wouldn't have an impact on... Oh, it would. It would. Ether resistance is not on. Yeah, we wouldn't want to lose the ether resistance, and that's why I've got those shoulder guards on. Yeah. Okay. You were right the first time, Stephen. Well, that goes down. That is a two-handed ranged rifle. Whew. It's only 13 less damage than what I'm wearing. I mean, I'm wondering if we put a devil touched ammo on that one, it'll probably be more. That's good. Well, that's got lightning damage on it, that gun. So it will immediately get a massive boon of lightning stuff. So there is that to think about, I suppose. Also lightning bolt, 20% chance on attack from the gun as well. Might be worth a thought, that gun. Oh well, hang on. We're getting, if we use this one, we're getting +4 to Rune of Callister, aren't we? I keep forgetting about that. I'm going to just shove that to the side here for a second and just have a little think about that. And we need to remember that the +4 to Rune of Callister is only happening if I've got this gun equipped if I'm actually physically using it. The minute I move to my double pistols, you don't get the +4. So I'm not sure that hanging on to that +4 of Rune of Callister is worth it, really. I mean, it'd get you out of a sticky spot maybe at some point, but if it was on my pistols, I'd definitely be worried about it. But I'm not using the rifle anywhere near as much. I feel like the big moves I'm getting, for example, the 22% chance on hitting one of my, you know, tsunami or whatever lightning move coming out the gun is got twice as likely a chance of happening because it's a shot from 2 guns almost immediately. So two ways to go here. Well, there's an entrance at the top here.
Kill them.
Well, yeah, there's the entrance with a star on it. Might as well make sure we've got everything out of this area first, though. There's something big walking about. Did not stand a chance, did he, eh? Outcast reputation. Magi's Assault Helm of the Ether. 500, yeah, I mean, I mean, we can get the armor we lost from that chest piece back in a heartbeat by changing the bloody headpiece, I tell you. Ether damage, elemental damage, not really of any use to us. Shield is definitely not any use to us. Right, that's that little hidden section done. Well, undiscovered section done, I should say. What lurks in this place? Seal of the Loghorrean, I think that is. Fucking hell, there's a shitstorm of them up there, isn't there? And ride your pony. Didn't realise we were that close. Hey, we've got ourselves a level up, people. Well, it's definitely going on physique. Gradually getting that base physique up. I really missed a little trick there, actually. I ended up with 255 and 211, yeah. So we have now got the physique a bit more levelled out. There was so much of my physique was coming from equipment rather than actual points. It was ridiculous. So I'm just feeling a bit, even though it feels a bit lower than it used to be, because we had it around 500 and odd. I think it was up at 500 at one point. It was all coming from equipment. So I'm feeling a bit happier that it's getting there with a lot of physique points now. Yeah, that's interesting. Points spent 25. Points spent 26. Right, okay. I thought it said 2 for a second. So I've actually put almost a level amount now in. Physique had fallen way behind at one point. So we're a point behind the physique with the cunning at the minute. What does cunning give you on intellect? Improve the combat technique, increasing physical pierce, bleed, and mental internal trauma damage. Cunning also increases your capacity for pain, your chances of landing melee and ranged attacks, and critically hitting enemies. Yeah, I mean, it is still very important. We're getting a bonus. Yeah, that. Yeah, interestingly though, the bonuses are physical pierce, duration, bonus duration damage is good though. So yeah, we definitely want to be. I mean, we certainly want some physical and what have you on if we're using cunning, don't we? Bonus to health regen. So we're getting a health regen bonus on the physique as well. Bonus health, bonus. Yeah, that's it. I think it's fair to have them balanced. Oh. What are you doing, Steve? Spend your points. Yeah, it's definitely just 2 at a time now, isn't it? Now that we've got to level 50. So, what will we be doing, people? Every time I come in here, I forget. I think we were trying to Uber up the ice move, if I remember rightly. Rune of Hagarad. And I was firing points into Chill Surge, seemed to be the one I was quite stoked about, I think. So that's plus 34% pierce damage and plus 34% cold damage. Now we are doing pierce damage and we are doing cold damage. On top of... That's doing frostburn damage over 3 seconds. Yeah, I was getting more excited about this, I think, because it was freezing them. Chance to freeze was going up. And the frostburn damage was going up a lot. I think the other one I'm quite keen to start Ubering up is this, you know. It's, resistances. It's actually a game where I think you'd find it very difficult to max out an awful lot of things. Like, I mean, I don't think I've spread myself particularly thin there. I mean, I'm only using 4 moves, really, from the tree. And just trying to level those up in their entire... Well, I suppose I've put a huge amount of points into these, you know, so my guns are really uber. And this one. Rather than on the moves themselves. I suppose if there's anything I would, or I could tweak, I suppose it would be that. But it seems stupid when every shot is getting a possible boon from those. Anyway, make your mind up, Steve. I think we'll go for the snow. Again. Yeah, so we're now getting a net +2 projectiles on the... Hang on a minute, let me just see what that was before. We're getting +1 projectile at the moment. We get +2 at 5, and it goes up by another 200 and blah damage. 36% chance from 34. So the next one up is another 300-ish frostburn damage over 3 seconds, and a 37% chance to freeze. So there is an argument that says that I spread my points out a little bit more, but that's not enhancing the burn damage, it's just the cold damage from there. Yeah, 931 cold damage. Yeah, a bit of an argument says put one in there as well. So it'll go from 34% extra on the pierce and cold to 42%, so it is a bit of a... Yeah, let's do that. Let's balance them out. Get a bonus from each one. Brilliant. Let's do this. I think actually there was a couple of things, not that it's that important, but there was a couple of things behind me I think I hadn't. It's fine. Not that my OCD was kicking in or anything, people. Something is making this whole world shake, people. Let's just put ourselves a little rift up, just in cases. See what this does when we'll come into it. He's dead. Got a blue there. Offhand. Not bothered about that. Ooh, that's a gun, that, I think. Oh no, it's not. That's comparing it to... it's an effigy, actually. I can't use it. A scepter. A... two-handed ranged. So yeah, it's a rifle, but it's not very good. I can tell by the damage on it compared to my pistols. It's not going to be better than what we've got. Glacial Ray Degrees protection and an offhand effigy. Decent level 51 though. If I was an effigy type of person, which I'm not.
Another sacrifice.
You're the sacrifice, mate, not me. Thank you. Right, once again, I feel like there was two paths to take. The second path. Let's go this way first. Why not? Absolutely destroyed him. Really starting to like my ice move, people. I really, really am. Now that we've invested the points. An hour and 7 minutes! Jesus Christ, people, how did we get that far into this? I haven't looked at the clock forever. It's another long episode, babe. Had a little bit of a slow start just doing the devotion stuff, didn't we? So we'll make it a bit of an extended one, why not? I still feel like my armour's holding up pretty well, even though we lost that lump of armour from the chest piece. Good shout, that, I think. Can't shoot past that big guy to get to the guy over the other side. There we go. That thing actually hits you if you go too close to it. Those tentacly things. Try to take a swipe at me, sneaky little hobbitses.
Another sack.
Well, at least I think it did. Unless it was just some weird sound effect and my eyes playing tricks on me, but that's what it felt like. Yeah, it did, yeah, look. Oh, it did. Hey! I seem to have missed a bit round here, didn't I?
Kill the nut.
I'm saying I missed a bit round there, but Yeah, I think you go two directions here. Well, there's a big star down that way, so that's definitely the way we're meant to be going. Actually, it's a doorway, I think. Playing nice and smooth in this section. Really nice frame rates of the old 60 FPS people. Oh, ice, ice, baby. I think what I might do is when we do finally go back to that entrance I found, might be the place to start the next part. Otherwise, I've no idea how long the next section is going to be. We're turning into a 2-hour part, people. Take me 3 days to render that. Okay. Oh. All right, I think I'm happy with that. That's the way in, and we need to go back up there. See, that's what I mean. Like, the way in has got the eyeball on it because we're quite close to it, but I think that's always there. But even though I got to the door up the top, or at least I assume it was a door, we'll find out when we get up there. It's not on the map when you go back and look at it, so you can't just go, alright, I'll just head back there then. You have to go find your way around the fecking maze all over again. It's a bit frustrating. In the old Diablo, once you find something on the minimap, it'll always be on the minimap, which is a lot better, in my opinion. It's the only thing that's bugged me about the game, to be fair. Just the map. And it would be absolutely fine if it did just keep those things on it, because then you can get your bearings as to what was where. Well, that's a dead end. Some big fellas over there. Well, it could be big females over there. It's hard to tell with these people. For fuck's sake, there's a book over there that I've missed. How did I miss that? Not having that, people. Ow, fuck me, it's the big fight. But if I'd known that, I would have put a fecking seal down. Jesus.
That skill's not.
He's gone. Thank you. Stop the summoning of the Loghorrean. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing, isn't it? The final. It's the final seal. Do 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 do. The final seal. Do we read that or do we take it back? No. Yeah, read it. Stop that. Oh, fuck me. There's a rift to go into. And there's a crypt entrance. Oh, fucking hell. Right, okay. Yes, I think there's definitely another part to do here, people. I'm pretty sure there was 2 things to do on that Bane of Cairn, though, and we've just done one of them. Because that's most definitely going to be worth going into, isn't it? Whether that's part of the thing or not, I don't know, but the quest marker seems to be there. That would... Well, I suppose we could stick a portal here. Just take a look. What the fucking... Okay. Well, he went down fairly quickly. I've just realised that's not the big baddie, though. Oh, hello. Oh, fucking hell. What's the fight like? He's gonna pop, come on. Woohoo! Woohoo! 15 G's, the Bane of Cairn. That was a great fight, I really enjoyed that. I was going to say. Handguard of Blah. Hand Blunderbuss. So that's a, yeah, that is a rifle, yeah. Not a very good one, though. Eastern Robes. Level 58. Need a lot of spirit for those, though. Ordered Loghorrean's corruption of the ether. Rare shoulders. 27% ether resistance. Sorry, chaos resistance. It's really ether we're after. Ooh, flames of Ignifar, which we don't use. Would have been good otherwise. What? Wow. There's another chthonic rift there. Demonic Ritual Blade of the Void. Alright, I think that's all the bits to pick up. I'm really confused now because there's a rift here. Oh, wait a minute. It's the only way out, I think that's what it is. That's all I can see. I'm totally and utterly self-conscious now because Monkalb told me that I walked past something important in another area. In one of these, in a rift actually, I think. Some sort of torch on a wall that I should really go back and get, but missed it. Or a torch of some description. That's going to take me out, isn't it? Yeah, it has, yeah. What? Well, okay, wait. What's that going to take me to then? I've still got the rift that I put up inside. It's so confusing this at times. Where the hell does that go? Is that going back to where I've just come out of? Possibly. That's going to take me back into the crypt. However, where does this go? This is going to take me back to mine. Yeah, so we can go in there, or we can go into this chthonic rift here. Ah, okay. I see. That's fine. I'm happy with that. I don't... Right, okay, so there is actually nothing else in there for us. That's fine. That's fine. Happy with that. That is that done, people. We just need to speak to Inquisitor Creed at the Fort Icon. Which we shall do in the very next part, people. That was thoroughly exciting. I loved that episode. It was fantastic. I'm a bit disappointed there wasn't a bloody devotion shrine in that area, though. Bloody should have been. Might be worth me bouncing back and just checking I hadn't missed anything, but I certainly didn't see anything. I mean, that area that we can have a look, can't we? Bounce backwards and forwards. I mean, there's nothing undiscovered in there. Nor was there in the floor above, so pretty convinced there was nothing in that. I think we are good to go, people. There's a little bit of an argument that says go and find that rift again, that chthonic rift that was in this area. Because I think Acquire Pulsating Obsidian Shard is in there. Black Heart of the Void, I think it's in there. Yeah, Bastion of Chaos, I'm sure that was the one we did in the other episode. Through the rift in the necropolis, yeah. So possibly, we might do that in the next part. And then bounce back and finish both of them off. Might be an idea. Well, there you are, folks. Ended up in a mighty extended episode there. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you once again in Grim Dawn on the Xbox Series X. And I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.